Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm a lightworker and a mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and to collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and Akashic record reader and energy healer. I am so excited to share what I've learned and what I'm going to learn and the ups and downs of life. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Welcome to Life of a Lightworker Podcast. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me today. So, for the card that I pulled for this episode is from the Rebecca Compels Work Your Light Oracle card deck. And the card I pulled is Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So from the book, it says, you are more held than you could possibly imagine, loved and cherished so deeply that if you knew, you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry, or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens. Let her rock away your fears. Lay all your worries, regrets, shame, and guilt on her altar. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. If you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind, and soul. Trust yourself like the beautiful spirit that you truly are. Remind yourself that you're doing your best and try not to carry it all on your own. You have got this, and the mother has got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself, my dear sweet child of this earth. And the Work Your Light inquiry is, how can you mother yourself? One thing that I am getting from this card when I'm energetically looking at it is that there is, in the collective, a lot of shifting, a lot of changes, a lot of unrest, and that energy is affecting all of us. So we need to take extra time and extra care to protect ourselves, to nourish ourselves, to take care of ourselves so that we can show up for the world and ourselves in the most aligned possible way and not get swept up in the chaos that is around us. And how can we do that? Let me see. Generally for the collective, how can we take care of ourselves? And I'm just hearing go within. Listening to that inner voice within us, following our intuition, following our gut, listening to take breaks and not push through when we are thinking we need to be more productive, because right now the energy is so high, it is so fast moving, it is unpredictable, and it goes up and down so swiftly that we can't be as productive as we normally can be, because energetically we are dealing with all this energy around us and we have to fluctuate, and all the motion, it takes energy to compensate. Just imagine when you're on a boat. Imagine a big ship on the ocean and the waves are rocking you. It is hard to stay level on the boat. It is easier to sway with the ocean. So it's easier to sway with the chaos than to come to yourself and center yourself and do what you need to do what is most aligned for you. So because it takes more energy, because it is harder to do, you need to be kinder to yourself, because you cannot compare yourself standing on a boat that's docked and in a rocky ocean. They're two separate things. You can't compare them. So you need to give yourself compassion, give yourself permission to rest. You need to take this extra time, and I see just a lot of sleeping, and I see like a lot of journaling. I see when you take your time to rest, try not to numb yourself by distraction from, like, say TV, but I'm not going to say all the time. Like, yes, you can watch some TV. That's completely fine. It's just doing it constantly all the time, and using that as your source of a break, as your source of taking time for yourself. It could be a little bit of it, but the majority, it feels more aligned for you to do something that replenishes your soul, like going for a walk, spending time with your loved ones if they are energetically aligned with you, spending time with your friends that help you with your alignment, that have the energy that you want as well, so that you can come together and create stronger energies as a group. And spending a lot of time with animals is always good as well. Doing any sort of spiritual practice that you feel called to. I feel really drawn to nature. I keep thinking going for walks and spending time in nature keeps popping up in my head. So I believe that that's probably going to be one of the easiest, most attainable, and really most powerful things you can do is be out in nature, somewhere calm. I'm feeling like lots of trees. Maybe sitting in your yard if you have a yard, and connecting with the birds when you hear them, when you pay attention to their chirp and feel the wind as it's moving, and really connect with the elements and the animals around you. Kind of feels like going outside of yourself and becoming one with the surroundings, with the nature. I feel like that would be very beneficial for a lot of you. Let me see if there's anything else that comes forward. Yeah, they keep sending me back to the rocky ship, and that it feels like this time on Earth, we are all on a ship that's being thrown about in the ocean, and the only way to stay steady within ourselves is to anchor in directly to the earth, and not let your tentacles, all your tendrils, all your cords go out into the ocean, into the chaos, and keep them within yourself and grounded into the earth. It feels like that's going to be the easiest way to root your energy and not be affected by, I keep wanting to say, chaos around you. Let me see. Is there anything else? Yeah, it feels like it's going to last a little while. It's not going to be like over in a couple days. It's going to be an ongoing thing, but the sooner you root into the earth, the sooner you root into yourself, the easier it's going to be, and easier to sustain it long term. And then when you are rooted in yourself, you're rooted into the earth, you can pay attention to the ebbs and flows. It feels like the moon cycle, like your monthly cycle, like the yearly cycle, but these are going to be faster cycles. That of the earth's energy is going to be in these faster motions, like a weekly cycle or even daily cycle, and not getting swept up into that current, and choosing to choose the river, the path that is your current. So I feel like the monthly cycle and the yearly cycle is where we need to focus our attention. So within us and the moon and the earth. let me see. Yeah, and the sooner you start doing this, the easier it's going to be long term and to keep it up. And once you have tuned into those cycles, then you'll know when you can, just like the spring, do a lot of work and then rest like in the winter, and then follow those cycles. And with each cycle, the more you listen to it, the faster you're going to recuperate and the faster you're going to go with the flow. And it's going to be easier and more effortless. And it's going to, I can just see it as being, it's more sustainable. So I encourage you to connect within yourself and connect with nature and go within and take care of your own self and try not to worry or pay attention to the chaos around you so that you can focus within. Because the more you look out, the less you look in, and you become more of the chaos the more you put your attention outwards. Okay. And I've been really feeling this energy lately, like, oh boy, the last few days have been huge shifts of energy. Like, I'm so tired, and like, the energy feels very heavy right now. And I have felt the need to rest, and sleep has been different. And I can just feel like there's a big shift, there's a big change happening. And it's very interesting. And what I channeled on, it was on Monday, is that there's a lot of work happening on the earth right now. Like, I can see all this energy being moved in strategic directions, in strategic patterns all over the earth. And all these higher vibrational and interdimensional beings and souls and spirits and protectors of the earth are taking care of the earth and moving this energy to help the earth and its people change the vibration. And the way that it's shown to me is that the actual direction and the way they're doing it is very strategic, and it's very intentional, and it's going to continue. They're going to continue doing this for a while, and it's part of the changes that are happening. It's utilizing all this intense cosmic energy that is coming into the earth recently, and shifting it and directing it into these positive channels. So that's how it's being shown to me. And yeah, it's pretty exciting. Because I feel like there's a bunch of change happening, and I'm really excited to see what comes. Like, I've had little glimpses of how things might come, but the future's always, you never know. It can change in 1 minute depending on choices of certain people. But the way that it was shown to me, I'm really excited. And just the way the energy feels, I'm really, really hopeful, and it feels really good. So I want everyone to root into that good, loving, collective, collaborative energy as we connect with the earth and we help the earth through this transition, and in turn the earth helps us through this transition. We're all working together. It's a symbiotic relationship, and it's beautiful. And I'm just so excited about that. So I'm glad I can share that with you. And so there's some things coming up soon. For me, I am doing some masterclass series. It's called the Unlock Your Inner Wisdom Masterclass series. I already did one, and it was about the clairs and different techniques to develop the clairs. I'm going to be doing one on April 13th, and that one is going to be about energetic protection as well as grounding techniques. So we're going to go through a bunch of different techniques so that you can test them out and see which ones work best for you. And also for the energy protection part, we're going to talk about protecting yourself, protecting your home, your workspace, your car, your family, all these different options so that you can feel safe. So your energy is safe, especially in this time right now where all this energy is quite chaotic. It really helps shield you so that it's easier to go within. And then on April 30th, we're going to do cord cutting and energetic boundaries. And then on May 5th, we're going to be working with pendulums and oracle cards, how to use them, how I use them, and different ways to incorporate them into your life to help you, to make your life easier, because that's what we should be doing, right? We should be learning things to make our life easier, not harder. We want simplicity, not complexity. So I hope you guys can join me for those. I would love to see you face to face on Zoom. That would be wonderful. If you have any questions, please let me know. And as always, I always have my soul reading and healing sessions where I use the Akashic Records and my intuition and energy healing and combine it to what healing needs to happen for you right now, what knowledge needs to be uncovered and brought forth right now for you. And if you have specific questions, we can go into them. If you have specific problems, we can unlock them, discover what the issue is, why it was there, and we can work on healing it. So, and also, I do intuition sessions, so they're similar to the soul reading and healing sessions of how they work, but with the intention of unlocking and growing your intuition. So we listen to your soul and see what your soul wants to work on and how your soul wants to evolve right now to help you include your intuition more into your life. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And my email, my website, and all of my social media is going to be in the show notes. My website, www.spruceenergyhealing.com. And my Instagram is Spruce Energy Healing. YouTube, everything is Spruce Energy Healing. And I hope you guys can connect with me. I would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful week, and I'm sorry I didn't have a podcast last week. I was visiting my family and I was enjoying the time off with spring break, but I believe I'll be having an episode next week. I will talk to you then. Have a wonderful week, everybody.